Greetings and welcome back to the QuantumUnity of CARALOT channel. My name is James T. Griffin, and in this video we're going to be exploring portals 19, 20, and 21 of the 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty. Before we do that, we're going to do a really quick recap of the previous 3 portals. So portal 16, as sovereign spirits, we work consciously and proactively with our emotional energy. Portal 17, as sovereign spirits, we work consciously and proactively with the bioenergy, sometimes known as life force energy, that powers our physical being. And Portal 18, as sovereign spirits, we work consciously and proactively with relational energy to create more harmony and cooperation with other sovereign spirits. I believe I failed to mention in the previous video that relational energy, there's also a dash in between relational and energy because it's not 2 separate words, it is a new term. And in the QuantumUnity of CARALOT and spiritual sovereignty, we've coined a lot of new terms to represent this new paradigm of expanded perception and conscious awareness and remembrance that we are sovereign spirits and not just these human physical beings or these human costumes. So let's move on to Portal 19. As sovereign spirits, we work consciously and proactively with environmental energy to raise the vibration and frequency of the earth realm. So environmental and energy, yes, there's a dash in between those 2 words because we created a new term, environmental energy. So environmental energy is not just focusing upon the oceans and the forests and this beautiful nature that Mother Earth has to offer us in this earth realm experience. It's also our personal environments of our homes, our offices, our automobiles. And there's certain things that we can do in regards to our personal environments that we can reduce or eliminate to raise the energy, frequency, and vibration of our personal environments. And there's certain things we can add or increase to raise the energy, frequency, and vibration of our personal environments. And environmental energy is portal 6 of the proactive wellness system. And on top of that, yes, there are certain things that the world can do to be more proactive and conscious to raise the energy, frequency, and vibration of the earth realm. So cleaning up the oceans, honoring nature as it was meant to be honored originally as well. So there are many ways that we could be conscious and proactive with our personal environmental energy as well as the global environmental energy. Now, environmental energy is portal 6 of the proactive wellness system, and it's a very deep well. So we're going to explore that in greater detail in the proactive wellness system outlined in my book, Get Your Black Belt in Proactive Wellness, First Degree. So next, we have portal 20. As sovereign spirits, we are free to EduCare ourselves with any and all subjects that are in alignment with truth and natural law. So you might be thinking to yourself, EduCare, what's that all about? Well, let's go back to the word education. Many feel that mainstream education has turned more into indoctrination, and it does nothing to help us with our multidimensional abilities as sovereign spirits. It's a very low vibration form of training. So education has a couple of Latin root words. One of them is educatum, E-D-C-U-T-A-U-M, educatum, which means to instruct. Then we have educo, E-D-U-C-O, which means to draw out or to manifest. And then we have educare, which means to elevate or to nourish. So educare, E-D-U-C-A-R-E, because it's Latin, the E at the end has an A, like the Italian language. So instead of pronouncing it educare, it's EduCare. So we have CARALOT's EduCare. So the key is care in there as well, because care is another word for love. So we are free to EduCare ourselves. And by the way, CARALOT spells EduCare capital E, and then small d-u, and then capital C, and then small a-r-e. So CARALOT is forming an EduCare system, which is going to address us as sovereign spirits. Now, there's the female experience, which is different from the male experience. So all these experiences, these unique experiences, CARALOT is forming the EduCare system for. So it's CARALOT EduCare for the female experience, the male experience, the teenager's experience, the child's experience, the parent's experience, the family's experience, the animal caregiver's experience, and the senior's experience, and the employer-employee experience. Now, what's interesting is I I would say a lot of experience working with every one of those unique experiences ever since 2007, since I started working with my personal clients. So I have a proven track record helping them to improve their overall quality of life by using spiritual sovereignty portals and proactive wellness portals. And as time went on, I just fine-tuned them more as well. So we are free to EduCare ourselves with any and all subjects that are in alignment with our truth. And as sovereign spirits, we are these 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty. This is our truth, organized truth. And natural law. As previously discussed, natural law basically means do no harm. Now, you can take 8-hour courses in natural law. I encourage you to explore natural law in your own time. Take an 8-hour course, a 1-hour video, a 30-minute video, doesn't matter, just become familiar with it. But again, the 3-sentence summary of natural law is do no harm to yourself, to others, or the earth realm as a whole. So natural law also ties in energy, frequency, and vibration. So quantum physics, all energy, frequency, and vibration is part of natural law. So that is the EduCare and what is to come. So it's something to look forward to. And then we have Portal 21. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge intuition as a natural sense, just as important as our 5 basic earth realm senses. As previously mentioned, intuition as sovereign spirits is not our 6th sense. It's our first primary sense. And our 5 human physical being senses are secondary. Are our 5 physical being senses important? Yes, they are, to navigate the earth realm. However, intuition is our first primary sense, and intuition is a tree with many branches. And just so you know, intuition is accessed through our internal perception, and emotional energy, awareness, and regulation falls within the realm of intuition. So there's a lot of crossover with these portals, but each portal is unique and deserves its own recognition and awareness. So again, intuition as sovereign spirits is our first primary sense, and our 5 other human physical being senses are secondary. Very important, as I previously mentioned, but secondary nonetheless, because as we go about awakening and remembering that we are sovereign spirits and we all start using intuition as our first primary sense, you can begin to imagine the new earth realm we're going to create of love and organized unity consciousness in this interconnected field of energy, frequency, vibration. It'll be co-creation at its finest and at its best. So let's do a quick recap of these 3 portals. So we have Portal 19 as sovereign spirits. We work consciously and proactively with environmental energy to raise the vibration and frequency of the earth realm. And remember, environmental energy is Portal 6 of the proactive wellness system. We have Portal 20 as sovereign spirits. We are free to EduCare ourselves with any and all subjects are in alignment with our truth and natural law. And Portal 21 as sovereign spirits. We acknowledge intuition as a natural sense, just as important as our 5 basic earth realm senses, and intuition as a sovereign spirit is our first primary sense. 5 other senses are secondary, still very important, but secondary nonetheless. So thanks for tuning into this video. In the next video, we're going to be exploring portals 22, 23, 24. So thanks again for tuning in. My name is James T. Griffin. Create yourself a beautiful day, and I'll see you at the next video.